Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I want to talk to you about the new fragrance from Juliette Has that is called Ex Vetiver. So I don't own a full size, I don't even own a travel size. I have a couple of fragrance samples, just like these ones. So Ex Vetiver means, well, it's Latin, so it means deriving from vetiver, like out of vetiver. And as you might know, I'm a huge fan of vetiver. Not always I enjoy very heavily vetiver scented fragrances, because sometimes they're very woody, sometimes they add oud to it, so it kind of ruins vetiver for me. But there's a fragrance that I absolutely adore. In terms of scent, the scent is beautiful. The performance is awful on me because it doesn't last, but the fragrance is beautiful. That is this one, Atelier Cologne Vetiver Fatale, and I love this scent. I really love this scent. And when I saw this Ex Vetiver, even prior to testing this fragrance, I thought that, well, it should be something comparable to Atelier Cologne, right? And then I had an opportunity to test Ex Vetiver in the store. And you know, at the same moment when I was testing this fragrance, I was also testing, like, I'm not kidding, like 100 plus fragrances. So it kind of lost in the meantime. It just, I lost it completely. It wasn't very prominent, it wasn't very strong and projecting fragrance. And then I had an opportunity to to get samples as a gift with purchase. So I was like, oh yeah, now I have a time and a place and a moment to test it properly. So I have two of those, these small teeny tiny samples, and I have to tell you, let's start with the notes, shall we? This is a very heavily vetiver set. So it has lemon, it has bergamot, Haitian vetiver, Java vetiver oil, and vetiver. And it also has ambroxan and musk. I mentioned this one at the beginning of my video, the Atelier Cologne one, because I thought it's gonna be comparable, but it's not comparable in a way that this one is much more masculine leaning. It has all kinds of woodiness inside, it's heavier. So I'm not even gonna compare it, but just to let you know, if you are having this one and you are debating should you should you not compare or get Ex Vetiver if you have this one, they are different. They are different enough to possess both of them. So this one has Gentian vetiver, plum, violet leaf. It has Calabrian bergamot, bitter orange, Sicilian lemon, cedar, agar wood, which is oud, and Tunisian orange blossom. And this one is heavier, like a scent, heavier scent. What I've told you about the performance is completely true. Even it being heavier, it doesn't mean that it lasts longer. So let's get to this Ex Vetiver. So I love it. I love the scent. In short, I think it's masterfully done. It's a very beautiful scent. On the website, it's described as feminine scent for men. And I tend to agree with that because, well, in my opinion, it's unisex, right? It is targeted for men because, as we know, vetiver is primarily, or was primarily, an ingredient for men's fragrances. But women can wear vetiver if they want to, obviously. But like historically, it was like a men only component of the fragrance. And I have this fragrance on my hand, and I have been wearing this fragrance for some time now. I have been testing it like back to back with this one. Yeah, there's no comparison. This one is just, it's way more potent and more aggressive as a scent. And This one, it has this very beautiful citrusy opening, which actually gives this fragrance such lightness. It's very light, it's very ethereal, but do not think that being light and ethereal means that it doesn't last. This fragrance lasts, and it lasts, and I love it. I love it very, very much, because I do love lasting fragrances. But keep in mind, when I test the fragrance, I always make one spray. And obviously we cannot compare fully one spray of a fragrance to one spray of a sample, because obviously one spray of a fragrance will be much more abundant. This is gonna be less, less quantity of it. But even that, being more quantity of Atelier Cologne versus this being smaller quantity, this one lasts longer. And it doesn't go away like unlike some fragrances, that when they are going, they're fading from your skin. It seems that some notes are fading and then fading and fading, and at the end you're left with only one note or maximum two notes. Now this one, it just kind of fades. It loses intensity, but then the blend, all the notes, they kind of still stay on the skin, which is something that I really like. So in terms of longevity, this fragrance is pretty good. It's I want to say it lasts on my skin between 6 to 7 hours, which is extremely good. I have to tell you though that this is not a projecting fragrance. Mind you, I haven't been heavily putting it on myself. The maximum amount of sprays that I've done was 5. But even though the projection, like if we compare 5 sprays of this to 5 sprays on, I don't know, La Vie est Belle from Lancome, La Vie est Belle is gonna just fill the whole room. But this one, it isn't that projecting. It sits close to the skin, which I do not dislike. Actually, I quite like it. So this one is the very nice fragrance. I mean, if you like vetiver, if you like this kind of softer, nicer, just like it doesn't have this, it's not heavily woody as one might think. It's like try to imagine this kind of dry grass, dry hay. So kind of that kind of accent, not the woody accent, but kind of dry grassy accent. And it's very cocooning, it's very beautiful, it's very calming. And yeah, I like it. I do think that it's release well done. Do I think that it's the most exciting fragrance from Juliette Has Gone? No, because my favorite one remains Lady Vengeance. I love this one. It's amazing. It's beautiful. This one is not the most exciting, but in my opinion, out of the vetiver fragrances that came out like in a couple of years, this is one of the most interesting when it comes to just vetiver releases, because we actually don't see a lot of vetiver like very vetiver concentrated releases, and this one is one of the best ones. It's very wearable, it's very nice, it's unisex, although it's kind of targeted towards men, but women can use it, and I enjoy it. It's very beautiful, and I do think that it's a very, very masterfully executed fragrance. Yeah. So if you need a fragrance that is warm, like cocooning, enveloping, and very, very calming, I do think that this is your fragrance. And also the bottle is very, very beautiful. It's stunning. This green, and then it has some gradient to it. So I do think that overall it's a very solid, it's a very solid release. So I can recommend trying this scent. Yeah, let me know if you know the scent. Let me know if you have tried it already. What do you think about this? And in terms of all fragrances that Juliette Has Gone has, do you think it's more exciting than the latest releases from the brand or less exciting? Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and I wish you a beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.